I can't believe Giri cut off the of the chicken, cause she is jealous of her lack of one.
What? It's not... Okay, anyways. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Giri's Kitchen. We're approaching the holiday season, so I figured we should make something more traditional and classic, which is usually roast poultry, but we're not gonna roast it this time. We're gonna be making it Asian style, and I'm gonna try my hand at Hainanese chicken rice. I've never made it before, but I love eating it at the restaurant. So we're gonna give it a go, and I hope it turns out well, and we're going to try making it together for the very first time. I hope it turns out well, so let's get right into the cooking. Okay, so we have our water that's almost boiling, okay? Everyone take your little notebooks out, okay? So for Hainanese chicken, it actually requires a very specific chicken. If you don't have it, it's not a huge deal, but if you're able to get it from your local Asian grocery store, it's the one that's highly recommended instead of getting a different one. So obviously you need a whole chicken. If you're really lazy or it's just really impossible for you guys to find a whole chicken, then usually butcher chicken is okay, but whole chicken is the best way to do it. So get a whole chicken if you possibly can, and this is what you're looking for. You're looking for Wen Chang chicken. This is a whole chicken. I think there's the head, neck. I think the label says there might be kidneys in there as well, so we're gonna take those out. We'll leave the feet and the necks in there. The water, you want it to be slightly simmering or just below simmering. You don't actually want the water to be actively boiling. So you bring it to a boil, do whatever you gotta do. I'll keep the chicken for like flavoring the soup stock and stuff, but you want it to be boiling and then turn it down so that it's under boiling, and then you want to slowly poach your chicken below boiling point, and that's gonna give you a nice tender chicken. So my chicken has feet on it as well. We don't want the feet because we're not gonna eat it, but I will keep it in the soup to make sure the soup is nice and flavorful. I hope I don't fuck this up. Ooh. So we have our chicken, and we're gonna grab its ass, which is like this little boop, boop, boop. And then you want to take it upside down so the ass is facing the other way, and then you want to carve off the ass because the ass is quite fatty, and you want to use some of the fat for your rice. And I'm gonna grab some string.
I can't believe Giri cut off the ass of the chicken, cause she is jealous of her lack of one.
What? It's not... Okay, anyways. We're gonna get some twine. Make sure that your twine is long enough. Normally, I think if you have those like poultry hooks, I think those work better. Everyone don't look.
Miss.
Okay, I'll be back. I cut off this much, let's say. Let's hope that much is enough, but we'll have to see. But you wanna have enough where you can like lift the chicken up from the water. So when you're like kind of dunking it into the water, I'm just gonna play around with it and see what happens. I'm gonna tie a knot here, and then do another one. And then, okay, and then I'm gonna bring it over and then try to tie it this way. Just try your best to get the chicken tied so that the legs are together. This way you have a little bit of like a handle going on. All right, I have my water. I'm gonna turn the heat back on to like a low-ish. Again, you want the water hot, but not actually boiling. The water is on, the heat is on, and you're just gonna dump it in slowly. Oh, the cavity. The whole of the chicken is getting covered. And you want to keep dunking it.
Where's the money, Lebowski?
For about 15 seconds or so. If your pot is too small, do what I'm doing, just grab a ladle, okay? And then you take it out, rest it for 30 seconds, and you want to repeat this step like 4 times. You don't actually want to poach the chicken for like an hour right now. What we're doing now is trying to tighten the skin so it becomes nice and gelatinous. I think we can start just having it be submerged now. Okay, so make sure you grab a pot that can fully submerge your chicken completely. And again, very, very important, you wanna make sure your water is hot and on. I wanna clarify, okay? We're poaching the chicken for the next hour or so. All right, and this is going to slowly suck out the inner essence of the chicken and have a very nice and flavorful soup base. That's going to be very important for the rice and for the sauce and all those things, okay? And make sure the water is not too hot, or else you're not extracting the chicken juices enough. Oh, I forgot something important. Oh my God, I forgot to season the water. Okay, so for your water, obviously you want your water to not just be water and chicken. So I have some pandan leaves. which I think is traditional. We're not gonna salt the water though. We're only gonna like season the water. We're not gonna salt the water. So I'm gonna put your pandan leaf bunch in there and like a shit ton of green onions. Never mind, my green onions are too stubby, so I'm just gonna rip it. We're just gonna fish it out later. So green onions, put that in there. A whole stack of them. Oh, my chicken! I put the chicken head and the chicken neck and the chicken feet back in there just to have extra flavoring in the actual water. But again, you don't have to put those in. Those are optional. Okay, so we have our chicken butt that we're gonna use for the rice later. We're gonna grab about a 2-incher. Looks like I'm just gonna cut off some of the ugly bits so it doesn't get into my soup. And then you just cut them into slices. Make sure the heat is on low. Again, you wanna make sure the water is consistently just below boiling, and every 15 minutes or so, make sure you check the water temperature. We have to make the chili sauce and the green onion ginger sauce thing, but that also requires separate heat. I can make the chili sauce though, and maybe prep some stuff. We're gonna need a lot of garlic though. The garlic is gonna be for the chili sauce. That's why I have a mortar and pestle. Okay, I'm gonna cut the ginger. Why would I want to do that?
There's a traditional Christmas duck dish called liga in my area. It takes almost a full day to slowly cook properly, but the payoff is worth it. My family makes a version of it that replaces the duck with chicken called ligama. Ligama balls.
Are you serious? Okay, I have some garlic that I put into my tiny ass mortar and pestle. Okay. Oh, that was so spicy. I think it could be more tangy though. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit of more lemon juice and sesame oil. Okay, I have successfully pounded my chili sauce. I don't know if it's salty enough though. Realistically, I might actually add some salt or maybe MSG to amp up the flavor a little. The chili sauce is really good. Oh, it's really spicy though. It's so spicy. It's really good though. All right, that's done. We still have 9 more minutes, so we still have a few things to do. I'm gonna cut the scallions. I'm gonna put my ginger, my garlic in here as well. Okay, I'm peeling my ginger right now for the ginger scallion oil sauce thing. Okay, I'm gonna cut this ginger real thin and cut it into small little sticks. I cut it into thin little sticks, and then now I'm just changing it the other direction so I can cut into thin little cubes, I guess. The water is off. I'm gonna get ice. So what we're gonna do now is, actually, you know what? Let me fill it with some hot water first. I'm gonna get some hot water to make a little bit of salty water. And this is, I don't know if this is traditional or not, but I'm gonna do it this way. So we need ice water to dunk the chicken in to seize the chicken up so it retightens, because when it was in the water, it starts to like cook and get loose and relax. We want to like get back up. But I'm gonna add a bit of salt because our broth is so beautifully like seasoned and whatever. It'll be a shame to kind of wash away all the flavoring in just like regular unseasoned water. So I'm putting a little bit of salt in the water, in some hot water to dissolve the salt a little bit, and then I'll add the ice and everything to give it a nice little ice bath. Okay, I have my ice. If you have an ice maker or whatever, this might go a lot quicker, but I am a loser, so I have to use this traditional way. The chicken is so tender, it fell apart. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay, nobody look. Nobody look at my chicken. Do you see that? It fell apart. Dunk it in there. Let it sit for a little bit. This'll make sure the chicken is nice and tender. And normally Hainanese chicken is served cold-ish anyways. So don't worry if the temperature cools down, that's normal. I don't have an extra pot though, so we're gonna have to reuse this pot. I'm gonna dump this out and we'll just keep the chicken on the side. The chicken should be warm after this ice bath kind of thing. It shouldn't be like cold. Okay, we still have a few other things to do, i.e. heat the oil for this sauce. We're gonna need a little bit of salt, a little bit of MSG. I think that's it. You don't really need too much. A little bit of sugar, just to balance. Okay, we're gonna set that aside really, really quick. And we're going to put this over here for now. Bring my rice pot that I will be using in the future. But before we use it for the rice, I'm gonna put a little bit of oil in there and we're gonna heat up the oil for the scallion sauce. Okay, so we're gonna put this on high. Okay, I have my little onion sauce thing. I seasoned and a little bit of chopped garlic as well. And I'm gonna add a little bit of sesame oil at the very end, but not right now. Are you guys ready? Okay, and then give that a little mixy mix, and I'm gonna add in a little bit of the sesame oil as well to kind of amplify the flavor just slightly, just a little bit. And remember, the soup stock does not have salt in it. It has pandan, ginger, and green onion. So the soup has flavor, but there's no salty aspect to it. That's why I'm putting in a lot of salt into all the sauces that we have, so that when you're dipping your chicken in, there's still gonna be like salty flavor. It's just not meant to be inside the chicken. What else do we have to do? We have to make this sweet soy sauce. I think we can make this sweet soy sauce last. We'll make the rice first. We need garlic, shallots. I think that's it. I'll do one big shallot and one small shallot because I like shallots. Let me squeeze the little shallots out and cut it in half to get the skin off. Okay, and just peel it a little bit. I'm gonna get 4 cloves, 5. 4 big ones, 1 small one. Nice pieces of garlic, and we're gonna chop that real small as well because we're gonna saute that in the oil, in the chicken fat. If your chicken is not super fatty and you're unable to get a nice, like, 1 to 2 tablespoons of chicken fat, you can supplement it with some vegetable oil or lard or whatever, but try to use as much chicken fat as you can. I'm gonna turn up the oil. I have my chicken ass. It's a nice, beautiful triangle of a chicken. You can see all the yellow fat that's in there. Okay, I think that's almost enough rendering of my chicken ass. I'm gonna put in my scallions and ginger. I mean, shallots and garlic. Oh, I didn't wash my rice. Chill the f out. I didn't wash the rice because I didn't prepare it yet, okay? I'm getting there. Just give me a second. Can I breathe first? We're going for 2 cups. Okay, I'm washing the rice right now before everybody freaks out. Washing the rice, straining the rice, getting all the water out. I'm gonna stir fry the rice in the chicken fat. I didn't have enough fat though, so I added a little bit of oil and the fried garlic and shallots. Just give that a little toss. And we're gonna grab our soup from earlier. And then I'm gonna grab 2.5 cups of liquid to 2 cups of rice, roughly. So let's just grab 2.5 cups. 1, 2, and a half. Try not to burn it. Okay, I will prove to you guys that I know how to cook rice, okay? Give it a little stir, and because there's no seasoning in the soup, remember, there's no salt. We're gonna add a little bit of salt right now to make sure that our rice has a little bit of flavor. Add a little bit of salt, just a little bit. Okay, now we're gonna bring the heat up slightly until it starts to simmer slightly, okay? Simmer slightly. We're waiting for the bubbles to kind of come around a little bit. And while that's happening later on, we're gonna drain the soup and stuff like that so we have some hot soup to drink later. Bubbling, bubbling, bubbling. As soon as we put the lid on, we're gonna cut the fire to a low and we're gonna let that steam for 15 minutes, okay? You guys hear me? 15 minutes. As soon as I put the lid on, which is right now, on, turn the heat down to a low, okay? And then we're gonna let that steam for 15 minutes, okay? Okay, while that's happening, we're gonna prepare a bit of cucumbers and everything for the chicken. Oh, we can probably dissect the chicken too. Okay, I'm gonna grab some cucumber and we're gonna slice that real pretty. For half, partially is for the salad and half is just so that there's like a nice little crunch for your chicken. Okay, I'm gonna cut it on a bias, cut a few slices. Okay, I just have some on the side, so I have the chicken ready. Okay, this is the Hainanese chicken that I had earlier. I'm gonna untie it now. It's done being tortured. It's free. I can finally let it go, unravel it, and hopefully I don't yank its legs off. I wanna make sure it's nice and gentle. Okay, we have our knife and we're gonna just separate this part is already like off, so we're just gonna separate it just like that. We have our skin of our chicken and we have the wings as well. Cut the wings. I'm gonna try a little piece though. I'm gonna dip it in my chili oil, my chili sauce. Let me try. Nice. Okay, and then I'm gonna do the breast. I think I'm going to cut off center a little bit to avoid that center breastbone. Look at the gelatinous skin. Ooh, how is my rice doing? Okay, I'm gonna flip it though. It looks good for now. I'm gonna flip it and fluff it. Ooh, is it burnt? It's not burnt, let's go. I told you I know how to make rice. Look, I'm catching the bottom. Look, you guys see that? That's the bottom of the pot. Look, it's not burnt. I did it. Anyways, I'm gonna reheat the soup. I'm gonna add some MSG as well, just to make, you can add veggies if you want, but one, I'm lazy. Okay, so what we're gonna do, I don't actually know if this is gonna work anymore because the rice is quite loose and kernely, but I'll try to make it cute. Let's see if this tactic works. Okay. Ah! Oh no, I can't lift it up. Hey, that's kind of cute. Okay, and we do have extra space, so I am going to actually use the sauce that I made. This is a chili sauce that I pounded with brick and mortar. I'm just gonna put it on the side. Normally they would have like proper little cute little serving stations, but today let's just roll with this. And this is the scallion ginger sauce, pretty standard for chicken, usually for Asian chicken or this kind of preparation. And I'm gonna put a little bit of soup. Let me try it first. Slightly sweet too. It could use a bit more salt though. It's like slightly sweet from the pandan. That's actually really interesting. Let me taste it again for seasoning. Nom nom. Okay, this is good. Okay, Onibro literally took the plate away from me like mid-picture. That's cool, thank you. Okay, rating 8.5. Okay, that's not bad. And here we have our completed dish. We made Hainanese chicken, all from scratch. The chicken, the rice, the soup, the sauces, and it turned out amazing. I'm really excited to eat it. Let me know if you guys have tried Hainanese chicken before, or if you like it or not. Leave a comment down below. I would love to know your opinion. And yeah, I thank you so much for watching today's video, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.
You want to hold the chicken by the legs and dunk it in water over and over like it owes you money.
I mean, if that's what you gotta do, that's what you gotta do to make sure your chicken tastes good.